religions were brought to people and imposed on people by conquerors and used as the framework to control their mind.
What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about the right brain. Go.
Go. Right brain. Alright, so the majority of people operate on the left brain. The goal is not to be right brain either, but to be whole-minded. A couple ways to do that is through meditation, stilling the mind, not being in your left brain cell, which is being analytical about every situation that comes your way. It's also being so you want to have a more right brain balance. It's all about emotion and intuition and going with the heart, taking a chance, taking risks, and that's pretty much it on that little topic. I don't know if you want to add something about that.
Yeah, majority of the time is when things come up and it doesn't make sense to you, since you're taught that if it doesn't make sense, it more than likely doesn't exist, or something's illogical, not to think about it. Think twice about that.
Okay, like imagination. Imagination of what? Imagination of outer space, what's out there. If you want to just engage a little more, you practice, just imagining or just listening to songs that trigger your emotional states. Any kind of music will do that, makes you feel happy and thinks about, you think about love or a loved one or anything that will help a lot.
Speaking of imagination, I had this really weird idea that the concept of ideas is crazy. Mostly something like, I guess, like a frequency or something that was already been thought of through somebody else, and you're picking it up.
Oh, you're talking about the global collective. Get what I'm saying? Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? I thought that like
a group mind. All species have a group mind that we can tap into,
which is almost similar to a 100th monkey syndrome.
Yeah.
You familiar with that?
Yes.
For those who don't know, the 100th monkey syndrome is when they conducted an experiment with a group of monkeys, and they taught one monkey something, and as a group, the other one started to pick on what was taught to the one monkey. Am I right?
Close. It's pretty close.
If I'm wrong, details. I shouldn't have explained it then.
No, there's a couple more details. It was done during World War II. After the U.S. captured the Japanese islands, they conducted an experiment in one of the islands. Actually, two islands, but they were separated by water, of course, so the monkeys couldn't communicate, verbally or by known means that scientists would have speculated for how this information was passed along. So they were giving the monkeys, this varies from teller to teller, but it was some sort of food item. Some say it was a sweet potato, some say, whatever. The point is, they would throw them in the sand, and the monkeys would, be like, what the fuck? They're sitting on these things, we don't know how to eat them. But the curious younger monkeys would, dip them in water, on the ocean side, the beach side, just dip them and clean off the sand, and then, start eating them. It caught on that island, and then pretty soon, all the monkeys on that island, the first island, we'll call it Island 1, knew how to, do this, like nothing. The second island, all of a sudden, they started learning this too, without, no one actually showing them how to do it. It just caught on. So scientists are speculating that when a critical mass or a certain percentage of a species learns something, all the others species will also learn whatever it is. So I think the critical mass they were saying is like 10%. It could be higher, but you need to have a substantial amount of people learning something. So when enough people meditate, and they've done studies on this in the Middle East where they have a group of 100 people meditating on peace, and during the recorded times and the days that they were told to meditate, violence dramatically went down. But as soon as they stopped meditating, the experiment was over, violence went back up. So it goes back to what we all think as a group, as a collective, as a species. If enough people start changing, the change will catch on faster and faster at an exponential rate.
Don't you think that's what's happening now? If a group of people in the United States or in the world are thinking a certain way, then we all kind of react to that new thought.
We notice it, yes.
We notice it entirely.
At the very least, it makes you question your own belief system or how you're conducting your life. If you see someone else being happy and loving and saying hi to everyone or just sending love and positivity, and you see how happy they are, they're not judging people, and you might wonder, what are they doing that I'm not?
Yeah, this works in regard to the workplace as well. Usually if you have one person who's smiling a lot, who's really happy, energetic, in a good mood, it's more than likely that person is gonna affect the people that are around them, and they might be in a good mood as well because of that one person. But it only takes one negative person to fuck up everybody's day, pretty much.
There you go. That is true. One bad person is... Well, the point is, when people are being mean to others or sending negativity, it's really just a self-reflection of what's inside of them, the pain that they carry, and they wish to exhibit it and project it onto somebody else, their guilt. We'll call it their guilt. They want to make themselves feel better about whatever's troubling them in their personal lives, whether it be finances, relationship problems. In their eyes, they feel like they can just, attack someone else, judge them, criticize them, and temporarily they may feel better, but it always comes back. They always feel down again, and they have to continually insult others and just spread negativity to alleviate their own symptoms. When the better solution would be to recognize their errors, forgive themselves, know that they can change. There's a saying: every saint has a past, every sinner a future. You can always change. It's all choice. Love your neighbor. When people insult you, consider that in reality they're just, they have pain inside and they want to just spread their pain. If you understand this, you can, not get mad right away and realize, where is this coming from? From what region of their mind, their heart? It's pain. If you realize it's pain, we've all felt pain before. We know it doesn't feel agreeable. We dislike it. So why would we want anybody else to feel that way? In regards to violence too, people like to, violence being the most extreme form of projecting your own fear and guilt, and is hurting somebody else. And not a lot of people actually look for fights, to alleviate whatever problem they believe is in their mind. Like, they got over a breakup, and you hear guys, man, I'm so mad, I want to fight some dude, and, whatever. I won't say the other word that they might say, but you get the point. Just self-reflection is always the best thing you can do. Find the underlying problem, where it stems from. And then if you break it down easily, you'll find that, it was never really there to begin with. You just, made it all big in your head and your mind. When you're focusing on negativity, it's like two things. You can't focus on love and negativity at the same time. They proved this with, at a cellular level, you have two types of programs in DNA for cellular regulation or maintenance. Either the cell is pursuing life or defending itself. It can't do both. It can't move forward and backwards at the same time. You have defense programs, which are, avoid, viruses and dangerous things. And you have growth programs, which are, resting and growing, that kind of thing. Another relationship with that would be, if you guys are interested in this kind of thing, look up Bruce Lipton. He is a PhD in cellular biology, and he's written several books on how what you perceive the world around you actually affects you at a cellular level. If you see the world in the eyes of fear, your body goes into the fear state. It stops growing. It starts, getting tense. When you get tense, the blood gets redirected to your extremities, your arms, your legs. When you're in love, you're relaxed. Muscles are relaxed. The blood is directed more in the viscera, your gut. And that's how when you're growing, when you're at relaxed state. So you can't do both. You can't be in a loving state and a fear state is what I'm trying to get at. You can't be growing and defending yourself at the same time.
Alright, you two. Time is pretty much up. Me and my buddy Isaac got to go back to work.
This was a quick one, guys.
This was a quick one.
Make them all around 10 minutes or so, not so long.
Yeah, we might stick around the 8-minute mark, 10-minute mark instead of bombarding you guys with information for 30 minutes. But hey, it depends. Some people like that, some people don't. So this is Khan, and this is my buddy Isaac.
Isaac.
Yeah.
My channel later on in the future.
I'm Isaac. I'll catch you guys later.
I'll tell you my last name, you'll find me.
No, don't do that. All right, next video topic will be about death.